Now, Taiwan has hit back at China after a senior mainland general suggested Beijing could use force to stop the island from becoming independent. Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council says Beijing's threat of war go against international law, and the council declared its people would not bow to violence. The controversy began when General Li Zhuocheng said Beijing reserved the right to use force, reinforcing previous comments by President Xi Jinping. But that will be a last resort when the possibility of peaceful reunification is lost. Now, Olivia Xiong joins us for more on this. Olivia, it's rare for a senior Chinese official to make such an explicit warning to Taiwan, isn't it?
Well, these are certainly strong words, but this is consistent with Beijing's long-held position on Taiwan. And the comments are coming from a senior Chinese general, Li Zhuocheng, and he was speaking at an event to mark 15 years since the anti-secession law was adopted. Now, this law states that if Taiwan were to declare independence or take steps in that direction, then Beijing reserves the right to use non-peaceful means to protect its sovereignty. And today, the Chinese general said that if the chance for peaceful reunification is gone, then the People's Armed Forces will take all necessary steps to, quote, resolutely smash any separatist plots or actions. And he added that Beijing does not promise to abandon the use of force and reserves the option to take all necessary measures to stabilize the situation in the Taiwan Strait. And we have seen a more, hardline rhetoric from Beijing, especially since Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen has come to power and since she has been re-elected in January as well, as Beijing views her as pushing for formal independence for Taiwan. Now, at the same event, China's top legislator, Li Jianshu, said that non-peaceful means, though, were a last resort and that as long as there is a slightest chance for peaceful reunification, then Beijing will put in what he says is 100 times the effort, though he warned also that any pro-independence or separatist forces in Taiwan, that the path of Taiwan independence is a dead end and that any challenge to this law will be severely punished.
Olivia, let's look at this timing because it's coming just as China faces backlash for its law in Hong Kong.
Most definitely the case, especially we are expecting U.S. President Donald Trump to announce some sort of sanctions or policy measures in response to Beijing pushing forward this Hong Kong national security legislation. Also, as we see reports that the U.S. and U.K. are calling for an informal UN Security Council meeting on this. And this national security legislation has been called by critics as being the death of the one country, two systems model in Hong Kong. So this one country, two systems policy is also what Beijing is offering Taiwan. But Taiwan has rejected this, and Ms. Tsai has instead won support in Taiwan for throwing her weight behind Hong Kong protesters and saying that Taiwan would welcome Hong Kongers to resettle in Taiwan. And so analysts see these latest comments from the senior Chinese general as a warning to Ms. Tsai and to Taiwan for this stance. And we do know that, Beijing has been stepping up pressure towards in Taiwan and has, stepped up military drills in the Taiwan Strait as well. And after her re-election in January, especially when Ms. Tsai had promised to stand up to Beijing. And so we have seen, Beijing also being angered by warmer ties that Taiwan has had with the U.S. So really, this continues to be a warning, but it's especially significant given what is happening in Hong Kong, and it's being seen as a warning to Taiwan as well.
Well, thanks for that update. Olivia Xiong speaking to us there.